What's up, self-healers? Lisa Lightfeather here. Welcome to my channel, Closing the Gap, where we make a conscious effort to meet you where you're at on your healing and spiritual journey. Before I get started, if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. All likes and subscribes are appreciated and they assist me in getting into the YouTube algorithm. Today I would like to speak on the topic of how to cleanse your home or whatever space, wherever space that you're residing in, how to cleanse that and the importance of cleansing that. So why would one want to cleanse their home? Why would one want to cleanse their hotel room or their room, wherever they're residing at, wherever they're sleeping at? One of the reasons is, and the most important reason is that energy can be left behind from people that were there previous to you. So for example, if you and your spouse are about to buy a new home, it's new to you, but someone else has lived there before. We don't know what went on in that home prior to you purchasing it. So it could have been very well been a happy home. But there could have been some type of illness that was left behind, the energy of that illness. It could have been some type of domestic violence or alcoholism. There could have been child abuse left behind in the home. There could have been a number of things left behind in the home because everything carries energy. If the husband and wife were constantly arguing, the energy of divorce being left in the home, separation, conflict. So you don't want to just go buy a home and just move in it like, oh, this is my new home, this is all my space, because spiritually speaking, it's not your space. It's not all your space. You're just adding to the energy that the people who lived there previous to you left in the home. So you want to make sure your home is cleansed. Yes? So how might one do this? So once you decide upon your home or wherever you are, and you can do this at any time, like just say, for example, you've been living in the house now for a year or so and you never cleansed the energetic space. The energy needs to be cleansed. You and your spouse or your family can move into a home and you can walk into someone else's karmic debt. And that energy can attach itself to you. Yes? For those that know. But for those who don't know, I ask you to just listen to what I'm sharing and just practice this practice of cleansing your space wherever you're at. Yes? So what are some signs that energy has been left in your home and it has attached itself to you, or left in the space you're at and has attached itself to you? Say, for example, you move into your home and you have a happy family. And then all of a sudden there's arguments, there's confrontation. And you're like, well, where did this come from? We're supposed to be happy. We just bought a home, blah, blah, blah. It may not be, now granted, it may be your relationship, but it may not be your energy. It may be the energy that was left behind from the people who moved out previously. So you want to be careful of that. In buying homes where the person has transitioned, the person has, grandma has transitioned in the home, and now the children are selling the home. You want to cleanse that energy, yes? So you can walk into the energy of suffering, of illness, of death, you see? So you want to make sure that stuff is cleansed out. You also want to communicate with that energy. You want to speak to it. This is my home now. You're no longer welcome here. I ask that you leave, yes? As you're cleansing your home. So how might you cleanse your home? You can cleanse your home by physically cleaning it, but you also want to spiritually cleanse it. You want to walk through it with sage, Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a wood that you burn that cleanses the energy, that calls in positive energy. Sage removes negative energy. You can use a cleansing product called copal, which is a stone that you burn. It's an incense, yes? You can use Florida water to mop your floors and to clean your windows with. You can spray the corners. So when you're burning the sage, the palo santo, the copal, using Florida water, or all of the above, you want to get in all the corners. Yes? You want to get under the beds. You want to get in the closets. You want to get, it's best to do it before you move your furniture in. But if you're already in your home, you want to get up under the cabinets. You want to get in the cabinets, in the closets, in the corners, up in the ceiling in the corners, under the furniture. If you have stuff piled up, magazines, books, or something like that in the corner, you want to cleanse that space out, and you want to energetically cleanse it with the Florida water, the sage, the palo santo. You want to mop your floors with Florida water. And the whole time you're doing this, you can use a fan, something similar to what I have. I know everybody doesn't have a turkey wing, but you can use a magazine, you can use a piece of paper, and you want to fan the smoke. Yes? The whole time you're speaking to it. This is my home now. My home resides with love, peace, and harmony. I thank you for your energy, but I'm asking you that you leave. You're no longer welcome here. And you want to open your windows and you want to let that smoke out. Let it out. Yes? Cleansing your home of the previous energy, because you don't want to step in somebody else's mess. You don't want to step in somebody else's mess. Yes? That's why when you go to a place and you're involved with something, like say for example, you go to your job every day, you leave parts of yourself there. Your energy is left there. When you quit that job and you no longer want to be there anymore, you want to call back your energy. Call it back. Yes? And so you keep your energy with you. But everyone doesn't know this, so they leave parts of themselves everywhere. You buy a home that's been foreclosed. You got a great deal. This home is perfect. It's everything that you want, but it's been foreclosed on. What does that mean? It means that someone could not pay the mortgage. Someone was in debt. So they left the energy of debt there. And anything that goes on with that debt, stress, lack, poverty, they've left this energy there. You want to remove that energy as you honor the home. Let me tell you something about homes. Homes are breathing entities. Homes are made from nature. Wood was once a being that had life in it. It was a tree. It produced fruit. It produced leaves. This was a live being. Yes? And so our relatives of the wood, the stone, you know, that's what our homes are made out of. And so they can hold on to things. You don't want to walk into someone else's grief, someone else's divorce, even someone else's happiness, because their happiness may not be your happiness. What made them happy may not make you happy. So you want to cleanse that out. Yes? You can put salt water on your window sills. You can put a glass of salt water next to your bed so it absorbs the energy. You can put bowls of salt in each corner of your home. Yes? And so that it absorbs the energy. You leave it there for a couple of days, then you cleanse it up. Every once in a while you will do it again. You make it part of your home cleansing practice. Yes? You want to, if you have an argument in your home, you and your spouse have an argument, or you and your children have an argument, you want to cleanse that energy out after the argument. You don't have the argument and just forget about it. The argument's happened, the disagreement has happened. Now you want to burn sage, walk through your house, cleansing the energy. My home is peaceful. Yes? My home is full of agreements. My home is full of happiness. My home is safe. You want to cleanse that out because the energy accumulates in your home. You look up and you're like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's going on. It's because you haven't cleansed the energetic space. You haven't honored the house. Yes? When you first move into a home or an apartment, you can put salt at the doors, on the windowsills. If it's your home, you can put salt all the way around the house. Another thing that can protect your house is that you can take the crystal black tourmaline and the crystal selenite, and you can bury it in the four corners of your house. You can put it over your doorways of your house. Yes? Cleansing the energy is protective energy. Someone comes in with the negative energy, and then the crystals absorb that. Another thing, this is more along the lines of feng shui, is you want to put a mirror at your door, so that when someone walks in, whatever they're coming in with, it mirrors them. It comes back to them. So if they're coming in with happiness, it comes back to them. If they're coming in with negativity, it comes back to them. That's more along the lines of feng shui in protecting one's house. Let's talk about if we are travelers. I like to travel. I stay in hotels a lot. I always go to the same hotel because it's just where my comfort zone is. But you stay in different hotels all the time. You have no clue what energy was left there before you got there. You have people that will come into a hotel and they're just there to be with someone in a sexual manner. You don't know what that consists of. You don't know if it was an exchange of energy and funds. You don't know if it was an exchange of energy and sexual assault. You don't know if it was an exchange of energy in love. You don't know what that energy was. But you are about to lay down in the bed that they were previously in. And God only knows how many people before them were previously in. Someone may have slept in that bed. Yes, they changed the sheets and everything, but they left the energy. Someone may have slept in that bed contemplating suicide. Or someone may have been sexually assaulted in that bed. Or someone may have laid in that bed and cried themselves to sleep because they're so sad. Someone may have stopped in that bedroom, that hotel room to get rest because they are just exhausted from whatever is going on in their lives. Yes? So people come into hotel rooms stressed out. They're traveling and they're stressed. They need some place to rest. They release their stress there in that hotel room. Yes? So you go into this hotel room, right? Let's just say that the person that was there before you, or the people that were there before you, had a spirit of lust on them, which is referred to as an incubus or a succubus. These are sexual entities that can attach themselves to you. Yes? Let's speak on that topic a little bit. How do you know that an incubus or a succubus is attaching themselves to you? This kind of goes into the topic of sleep paralysis. When people say, oh, there's a demon sitting on your chest, or there's a witch riding your chest, or whatever the old folklores are about this. Sleep paralysis is sometimes just the gateway into astral projecting, which is another topic. But sometimes sleep paralysis, when you're paralyzed in your sleep and you're afraid and you feel like there's an energy there with you. Sometimes these are incubus and succubus that are trying to attach themselves to you. One of the deepest ways of sucking someone's energy is through a sexual encounter. One can take the energy from a person through a sexual encounter. Well, these incubus and succubus can be left in these hotel rooms. Yes, they attach themselves to people because they cannot survive without having a physical body to reside in. And so you want to cleanse your hotel room. So most hotel rooms, there's a $500 charge if you burn any smoke. So you can't use your sage or your Palo Santo. So what you want to use is you want to use your Florida water. Yes? You want to spray your Florida water in the corners. You want to spray the bed. You want to spray under the bed. You want to spray the room before you go into it. Once you go into it, you want to cleanse it. And if you can open the windows, you open the windows. But you want to cleanse the energy from the previous person there. Yes? So most people won't take baths in a hotel, but you want to use like the ice bucket or something. Put your salt water in there and pour the salt water over yourself while you're in the shower. Yes, and before you go, so you want to protect yourself. Put a glass of salt water by your bed. You want to protect yourself from the previous energies that were in that hotel room. Yes, so these are some of the ways that you can protect your home or the place that you're temporarily residing in. You want to cleanse these things. Anything that you've bought new are old, like you go to a thrift store, there's something in that thrift store that you like, you bring it home. All these things carry energy. You want to cleanse that stuff when you bring it into your home. You want to cleanse it, make it yours, make it your energy. Set your intentions of what you want from this new product or this new piece of clothing that you bought, anything used. You don't want to wear other people's shoes. If you go to a thrift store and buy a pair of shoes, you want to put salt in the shoes before you wear them. You're cleansing the energy. You're cleansing the path of the person that owned them previous to you. You don't want to put someone's shoes on and walk their path. You have your own path to walk, and God only knows where they were going. So these are some tips to help you cleanse your energetic space, cleanse hotel rooms that you might stay in before you go in there, and cleanse personal items that you might buy or purchase from someone else. And so you make this energy your own. And so what you're doing is you're ensuring that you don't step in somebody else's mess, okay? So those are ways that I have shared with you today on how to cleanse your space wherever you may be. I wish you the best on your spiritual and your healing journey. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Closing the Gap, where we make a conscious effort to meet you where you're at on your spiritual journey. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you next time.